In this video, I'm going to share 8 ways to get out of a low vibe funk. Now, this video was requested by one of my followers who was put into this low vibrational funk after she was on a Facebook Live. It was about a girl that was killed in her area, and there was a lot of negativity that just put her in this low vibe funk. So she asked me to make this video, and I think it's a great topic because, you know, we live in a world where there is a lot of negativity going on around us. There are some pretty cruel things that happen to people or animals or, you know, things like that. And these things can bring us down. So I'm going to share with you 8 ways that you can help get yourself out of this funk. And the first one is to move your body. This is because if your body is still and stagnant, your energy is stagnant. So if you're in this low vibe funk because of something you've watched or listened to or experienced, if you're keeping your body still, that stagnant energy is just going to stay there, right? So the key is to get up and move the body. So as you move your body, your energy will start flowing. I also learned this from Tony Robbins. So Tony Robbins talks about changing your state by changing your physiology, which is your body, changing the way the body is. And so moving the body is one example of changing your physiology. And so some suggestions that you could do is just going for a walk in nature. Just by being out in nature, it will raise your vibration. Going for a walk in nature, so you're moving your body whilst in nature, it's kind of like 2 birds, 1 stone. And it's even better if you took your shoes and socks off and connected your bare feet to the earth. So the combination of being in nature, grounding, and moving the body will boost your vibration. Another way you could move the body is just doing something like yoga or putting your favorite music on and just having a dance, just getting that body moving. My second tip is to have a cold shower. Having a cold shower can instantly raise your vibration. And this is also because the cold water has these really positive effects on our body. Like Wim Hof talks a lot about cold exposure and the positive effects it has on us. But one of those effects is that it lowers our cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. And so it just will naturally raise your vibration. You could even combine some of these tips that I'm sharing with you. So for example, you could go for a walk in nature and then come home and have a cold shower. Now my third tip is breath work, using the breath. The breath is an incredibly powerful tool that we haven't really been taught how to use. And there are different types of breath work. So there's somatic breath work, which is more for bringing up stored emotions and energy in the body and trauma. The breath work I'm referring to, or what I would actually suggest, is Wim Hof's breath work that he has on YouTube. It's just a 10-minute video. He has 2 of them. So he has the beginner version and then just the regular version. The only difference between the 2 is that the beginner version, both videos have these breath holds. The beginner version has a shorter breath hold. That's the only difference. So it's a great 10-minute video that will change your state within those 10 minutes. And again, you could also just combine this with these other tips. You could do a breathwork session with Wim Hof for 10 minutes on YouTube, then go have a cold shower. And that will put you in a really great state. My 4th tip is to feel your emotions. Now, I learned this from Dr. David Hawkins' book, Letting Go. This book is an extremely big game changer, very eye-opening when it comes to our emotions and how to actually deal with them. Because none of us are dealing with our emotions the correct way. And because of that, what happens is we actually end up suppressing the emotions in the body. That is what I was talking about with somatic breathwork and releasing these stored emotions. We're all suppressing them and they need to be released. And so using his technique is how you deal with the emotions as they come up, and also how to release the emotions that are already suppressed in our body. So all you do is, as these negative emotions come up, don't resist them, because a lot of us resist our negative emotions and we kind of avoid them or try to escape from them. Instead, you just accept that's how you feel and just allow the emotion to be there. You can sit with it, be present with it, observe it, because you aren't your emotions. And what will happen is the emotion will clear itself out. As it clears itself out, it will leave you feeling lighter. It will raise your vibration. And again, this is a great way to deal with emotions so you're not just suppressing them in the body. I am actually nearly finished the book, Letting Go. I have one more chapter to go. And I honestly recommend every human being to read it, because it will teach you how to deal with your emotions, and it goes a lot more in depth in the book. But once I finish the book, I am going to make a YouTube video on what I've learned from the book, like all the little valuable main points of the book. So yeah, I really recommend, if you feel these or have these negative emotions come up, just allow yourself to feel them, to release them from the body, and that will raise your vibration. My fifth tip is to watch or listen to something uplifting. So follow up with something high vibrational that you can watch or listen to change your state. This could be something like a funny TV show or funny videos. You could put on a motivational podcast. You could put on calming nature sounds. This is also because energy is contagious. So if you're around negative energy, you're seeing negativity, you're hearing negative things, that's going to bring your vibration down, because energy is contagious. So it works the same with positive energy. If you go and watch or listen to something positive, that's going to uplift you as well. My sixth tip is to limit your exposure. So limit your exposure to certain types of content and set boundaries to protect what's going in your mind. So think of it as like protecting your consciousness. Now, my follower who reached out to me to ask for this video did just that. She realized she was in this Facebook group that was really negative, that brought her vibe down, and she had the awareness. Then she made the choice to leave that group, delete the group. And I told her that is a huge step in her growth, being able to acknowledge what's put you in the low vibe state and then making the choice, setting boundaries, limiting your exposure, removing yourself. That is the key. You just want to keep positivity around you. My seventh tip is to just journal it out. Journaling is such a great free tool that we can use. And it's great because it's a way we can just dump our thoughts and our feelings onto paper. So it's a way of getting it out of our internal environment, just dumping it on paper, journaling it all out. And I've walked away from journaling sessions feeling so much more lighter and high vibrational. Kind of felt like I just had a therapy session. So it's a really great practice for that reason. My last tip, number 8, is to shift your focus. This is another thing that I actually learned from Tony Robbins. If you stay focused on this negative thing that you watched or listened to or experienced, it's going to keep you thinking and feeling negatively. So shifting your focus will shift your state. I'll give you some examples of what you can do to shift your focus. So the first one is just a gratitude practice. Just stop focusing on that negativity and start focusing on what you could be grateful for. What's going on in your life right now that you have that you can be grateful for? Or you could think of things that happened in the past, really cool experiences that you were grateful for. I'll share one of my examples with you. So I'm a huge Eminem fan. I have been very influenced by Eminem because I was kind of like, growing up, I was like the ignored middle child that didn't really get attention from parents, and my siblings got more attention. And then when I was 14, I discovered Eminem, who really spoke to me, resonated with me, inspired me, and I decided this is the adult that I'm going to look up to, because I knew he was a really intelligent person and just watching his success over the last 25 years clarified that for me. So the point I'm getting to with this is I went to one of Eminem's concerts and I managed to get into the front row of the mosh pit. I was in the front, but I wasn't in the center. I was kind of off to the side in front of the screens. They have screens on either side of the stage. And I was in the front, but I was sort of off to the side, but it was really cool because Eminem was rapping away and he was walking across the stage, coming closer and closer towards me, and then he just stood right in front of me rapping, and I was just standing there gobsmacked, like, I can't believe I just have this front row view of Eminem performing live. There are so many Eminem fans out there that would die for that experience, you know? And I was just like, so I think about experiences like that, like, oh my God, that was such a cool moment. I'm so glad that I got to experience that. And so that can change your state. Another thing you could do is just changing your environment. So let's say you decide, okay, I'm going to go for a walk in nature. That's also changing your environment. Or another idea could just be going and doing a creative activity. Go and do some art or something and shift your focus that way. Or there are other things that I haven't mentioned in this video that you could do as well. So those are my 8 tips. And I really think these are great tips that you can apply. You don't have to use all of them. You can just pick the ones that you like or that resonates with you, or just try them all out and see what you like best. And yeah, so I hope you like this video and you got some sort of value. And if you did, let me know by hitting the like button or write a comment. If you like this sort of content, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'm going to leave a follow-up video here that will talk more about how you can raise vibration. Hope you have an awesome day. Peace.